Hey everybody, it's Kuddlesnot, and I'm here with Tomb Raider DLC, Episode 1. This is only going to be, one out of two DLC episodes, because this is the only actual, additional single-player content, the Tomb of the Lost Adventurer. All the other stuff is either, outfits or actually abilities and weapons that are superfluous. There we go, superfluous. And even you can buy early access to abilities you unlock anyway, like being able to climb faster and stuff like that, which are skills we already got. So I'll just cover all that in a single episode. I'm not going to spend my own money on it because it's all BS. And but I'll definitely outline everything and show you the outfits in case you like that cosmetic change. Anyway, and then I guess there's also the multiplayer DLC, which we'll cover in that episode, but we'll talk a little bit more about it in the actual multiplayer episode. Alright, so let's get on with this. So, the Tomb of the Lost Adventurer. This is actually originally a single-player DLC for, I should say pre-order DLC for Europe, of all places, but eventually came out here. As you can see, it's in the coastal forest. Even though I had 100% before, now I have downloaded Tomb 0 out of 1, 96% is complete. So you might be wondering, hey, where was it before? So just fast travel here to the forest ruins. And, well, I'll show you where it is. It's right near where I believe a relic was previously. Maybe not a relic, but treasure map or something. I can't remember what was here. But you might have seen all these markings and wonder what the hell they were. And they were indicators of something that wasn't actually there. Because previously... Ooh, map location updated, secret tomb nearby. If you just look on the map, you'll see that there, downloaded tomb, and if you have the proper skill, which was show the entrances to hidden tombs on your map, it would say tomb hint right here. I'll show you where it was. Previously, it would just be kind of covered in boulders, and there would be an item to collect right here. But now it's open, so let's go. So if you're on the PC, this thing is buggy as hell. They supposedly fixed it, but some people are still reporting problems. I'll have a link to the workaround to prevent getting glitched out below in the description, but since that's only going to affect a small percentage of you guys, and honestly I wouldn't recommend buying it, especially if you're on PC, then you can take a look at that. But if you're on anything else, follow along with this. So one thing to remember is many of us will come here later in the game, especially just looking for a little more Tomb Raider. But if you bought it earlier or had a pre-order DLC, it would be immediately accessible. So all we're going to have is our bow. We have to treat it like the only thing we have is our bow. And the climbing axe. I don't know if we actually use that or not. But the Tomb of the Lost Adventurer. There is some additional salvage that's available once you get more weapons and items. However, that so far in the game is almost useless, that amount of, the extra salvage and stuff that you get. So it's almost pointless, but I'll show you where that is as well. But first off, let's start. So if you remember, from mid-game or so, we, had to shoot down these lanterns, so it's kind of what the idea is here. There's this plane, strewn out all these trees, so we got to knock it down and get up to here, which you'll see here in a second. So our first lantern is right here.
This might work as a ramp.
It just might. One thing to remember, I guess I said oh, here's our first lantern, but in reality we're just trying to burn down all these pillars of tree to knock down the plane to get access up there where our actual tomb is. So that was our first pillar. And now we're about to get the second. If you try to use fire arrows on these white things, actually I can do it, why not? She'll say...
Needs something stronger.
So you have to use these lanterns anyway. It's just a couple of steps can be a little bit easier if you have, late game items. But it is possible to get it without any of those late game items, just with the bow and arrow. Alright, so there's our second pillar. Crash, burn.
There's got to be a way to raise it up higher.
So we can get up to the tomb. That's right, Lara. That's exactly right. And here is our third one. So you could easily just throw a fire arrow right there and it would light the whole thing up, or we can just hit down this lantern. Boom. Or even better, you can fire arrow right into there, and that'll burn all that up. That's all we're doing here. But since we supposedly don't have the fire... Whoa! That was exciting. I over-exaggerated my jump there. So since pretend we don't have the fire arrow, we jump up here instead. Our weight brings it down, and the lantern sets it on fire.
One more should do it.
One more. But before we go do that one more, we head into here. So this is where, if you have the Lake 8 items, you can get additional salvage. So you need the grenade launcher, rope arrow, and fire arrows in the shotgun. If you have the grenade launcher, then you can get everything in here. That's pretty much it. So we got some big old salvage container right here. I'm not sure if you would get any weapon parts, but you wouldn't need them. I mean, all this really does is gives you kind of an additional jump start on salvage for early game. Actually, this would be towards late game by the time you can get in here. So I'm really not sure what the purpose. It's just like more stuff. Thanks, guy. Make it worth my $3, and we'll talk about it afterwards. But honestly, it's not worth the $3. As pre-order DLC goes, it's like, okay, well, thanks, you give me more of the game. But anyone like looking for more time here on Yamatai, and I just blew that up. Although it doesn't blow up. Did not mean to use grenade arrows there. You don't need grenade arrows to get anything in here. It makes it a little bit easier at one point, but just regular arrows will knock those suckers down. Yeah, we'll talk about the actual worth of it here in a little bit. And then rope arrows. Cool. Boom. 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 So you're like, we're almost at 1,000 extra salvage, and we've already gotten everything, you know, upgrade possible. And get another salvage container. And that should be it. Oh, nope, that's right. Okay, so there's these shelves here. They're a little bit easier to get if you have the grenade arrows, but you can do it with the grenade launcher. So, again, that's all you need. And they'll blow up the shelf, giving you access to said loot goodies on the shelf. And there's one more shelf over here as well. Hello. You had to work the first time. Oh, come on now. We'll use grenade arrows just in case. I've been able to get that sucker to fall down with just regular grenades, so it's lying to your face. But whatevs, we got it all. Okay, so make sure you got the ones that landed on the banisters up there and didn't fall all the way down. And that's it. So now we can get the final... Oh, we're all full already. We can knock down the final part of the plane. Okay, so with this little gem of a spot, we want to knock down the lantern, which, you know, sets off this board thing to fall down, and then we use Lara's weight to knock it down. Startled surprise. Now we climb on top of the plane. So right here is where the glitch can actually happen with all of the
cloth looks flammable.
with all the PC users. The cloth looks flammable. So you can use the flame arrows, although since we might not have the flame arrows, we can do this.
That did it.
I don't know why I jumped up here so weird. Come on. And apparently some of the PC related glitches have to do with if you use the fire arrows instead of the lanterns. So if you're on the PC, again, you should be fine because they should have fixed the major glitch, but I would not use fire arrows just to be safe. If you already have, you're still probably fine. And then we scramble our way. Scramble, scramble, scramble. And we get ourselves our optional downloadable tomb. Rated Tomb of the Lost Adventurer complete. And that's it. And then we have the wonderful zip line back to the beginning. And then we can wander back out and continue the game. Alright guys, that's it really. That's really it. Thanks for watching. On Steam, Xbox, or PSN, Xbox now uses regular money because they're not douchebags, although they are. They're not as douchebaggy about it though. It's $2.99 for almost $3. I can't tell you what the other regional equivalents are, but I'm guessing it'd be like, you know, £1.50 or what have you. And as pre-order DLC, I get it. You know, it gives you a little bit of extra, you know, fun, and especially if you're just kind of playing through and you find another tomb, like, great, that's fantastic. I get it. But as $3 DLC, nuh-uh. I mean, the tombs themselves were already kind of like short little single puzzles, so you were literally paying $3 for a single puzzle and some extra salvage. And if you're like me and you're doing it in the post game, or you're doing it in a late game, that extra salvage is not going to help you a whole lot. Maybe get you one equipment upgrade a little bit earlier. So just go spin it on a Rubik's Cube and expand your mind a little bit, guys. I mean, come on. Come on. 99 cents, I might get it, but then the costumes would have to be like 20 cents, you know, relative to the cost of this. Grab it on a sale, maybe, but not really worth it, in my opinion. But, it's 100%, and I do this for you guys. And, thanks for watching. The next episode, the next DLC episode is going to be everything kind of explained, and because there's these bundles that include the single items, so I'll kind of explain what's in a single bundle, and then because you can also buy them separately, and I'll show you pictures of all the outfits, even if I don't buy them myself. And then I'll also go over the multiplayer DLC, the weapons, and the characters, and the maps. And then we still have the actual multiplayer episode. So, yeah, and actually I'm going to be posting this, I didn't think about it till right now, I'm going to be posting this before episode 14 and 15 go up. Those are already uploaded, just the copyright issues on them, and I just have to wait for that to be disputed and released, which I've already had to do in the past. So I know that they will be, it's just a matter of time of waiting before I can upload them, or make them public. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching. This has been Kuddlesnot. I'm signing off, and I'll see you again next time.